Hey guys, it's Nate, aka the FUT Accountant. Welcome back to the channel. Today, FUT Birthday Preview, video number 2. We need to talk about a very important area of the market that is becoming ever so popular this year, especially with the release of a new type of card in this game, and that is icons. We need to talk about icons and icon moments cards today in this FUT Birthday Preview Part 2 video. Basically, I want to talk about icons all across the board. Baby icons, middle icons, prime icons, and these Optimus Prime icons, which we are now seeing SBCs for. And what a better day to talk about these SBCs the day after EA puts out, has a major flop of an SBC with the mix-up between Kluivert and Bergkamp, as we get all the way back here to see that it actually was supposed to be Bergkamp that they dropped today, and that is who they dropped, but did not come after they had the title of Dennis Bergkamp, but the picture of Kluivert. So if you were somebody who completed that SBC within the first, I think it was out for 2 hours or so before they took it down, if you were somebody who completed that SBC in the time frame that it was down, you got Bergkamp and Kluivert. So this is something that we can keep in mind for the future. A quick side note, if we see an SBC with kind of mixed up requirements or a mixed up, of what the reward will be, it might be worth going and doing that SBC, because today people that did Bergkamp, they got Bergkamp and Kluivert because of that mix up. So that's something we have to kind of keep in mind and possibly use to our advantage as we move forward in this game. But basically what I want to do today is look at icons. We're going to look at the baby icons and all the way to the top guys, because a lot of people want to have icons in their team. They're very popular players. And last year during FUT Birthday, we had some of the top icons in the game released as SBC versions. Now, I do know it is a little bit different this year because this year the prime icons have been in packs the entire year. Last year, if you remember, these icons only came into packs when their prime version came out as an SBC. And I think EA realized this year they can make more money by just having those cards in packs straight away and then releasing SBCs later. And I think that's definitely been the case. A lot of the icons are actually cheaper this year because of that. Just the fact being that you don't have to be stuck playing with Hullet's middle version until March. Instead of being able to use his prime, you can use his prime right away. So we're going to go over to FootBin and spend a lot of time over here today looking at a lot of graphs from FIFA 18 and talking about some possibilities if you're somebody who wants to get an icon in your team, if you're eyeing a baby icon, or maybe you're just wanting to do an icon SBC. We're going to take a look at some of that stuff as well. We're not going to talk about icon SBC requirements and stuff like that. I'm going to save that for another preview video where we look at a lot of gold cards, but we need to look at the icons and especially some of these icon trends and icon prices. So, Ruud Gullit, this was the card that everybody used last year because they knew when his prime SBC was going to come out, they wanted to do that SBC, and that is exactly what happened, and you're going to see that by his price. I have the graphs zoomed in here from March until April, and you see that in early March we had a promo right here. I think this was like the winter refresh. I don't know what promo this was. But then after this promo we have a rise, and then boom, on March 16th is when we started FUT Birthday last year, and into this card, when the Gullit SBC came out, he took a nosedive. So in about 3 weeks, he went from 3 million coins all the way down to 2 million coins and continued to go on a downwards trend for the rest of the year because so many people had that prime Gullit in their team after doing the SBC. Now there's a lot of other things that go into this, but this was the only Gullit card people were using, the best version. Yes, they did have the baby, but this card was the best one. If you look at all year, this card was 3.8 million coins. This year, this version of Gullit has definitely not been that expensive. I mean, it has to an extent, but the prime version has been on top of it to kind of keep it in check in its price range. So if you're somebody who wants a middle Gullit from this year, we're going to actually search the middle Gullit for this year right now. If you're looking to get this card in your team, let's say they don't drop the SBC, there's going to be panic on icons across the board, as we're going to see here in the next couple examples that we look at. This might be a buy for you. Wow, he was way more expensive than last year. Goodness me, 4.9. I totally forgot about this time after Black Friday. It just shows how many more coins are on the market this year. But he is dipping down. He's like 3.4 right now, and that's a big time drop since the beginning of the month. He's gone down almost 500, 600,000 coins, as a lot of these regular icons have just died because so many people are focused on the prime icon moments. Baby icons, I want to look at those next. Del Piero, a very usable and OP baby icon. We've seen the Icon SBC come out already this year, and it's supposed to come out during FUT Birthday like it did last year. I would imagine it comes out again, the baby Icon SBC. I would definitely imagine that it comes out again, and regardless if it does or not, we're going to see some panic selling headed up to it because so many people are going to be expecting it. Look what happened to this Del Piero last year. He went from about 750,000 coins down to 550. Now we already have seen that this year. I'm going to use this year's version of Baby Hullet as our example. If we zoom out here and take a look, the Icon SBC dropped right here on this date, February 15th. Hullet went from 1 million coins to 885k, and I remember seeing this card at 800k flat, where he is right now on Snipe when that SBC came out. So people panic sell the crap out of their baby icons when that SBC comes out, or if it's the code is leaked that it's coming out beforehand. There's a lot of panic selling there because people know that they might be able to get this card via a pack, and that's going to be an opportunity to invest. You might think that, oh, you know, last year after FUT Birthday we saw that graph with the 90 Rude Hullet from last year. This market isn't going to rebound. It is going to rebound. This year there's just so many more coins in the game. They're doing so well with content, even though the gameplay is bad. Every single time this year we've had a rebound. I don't expect anything else to be different after this promo. There will be stuff that rebounds. There will be stuff that won't rebound as much, but there will be rebounds in the icon category, and that's what I want to take a look at today. Now, I do think the baby icon SBC is going to be coming again because we have all of these Optimus Primer, whatever you call them, icons that are out in the game now that everybody has switched their focus to. Nobody wants Prime Icon Cruyff anymore. They want Icon Moments Cruyff with a dynamic image with the upgraded stats. They boosted a ton of these cards. The Vieira card, I mean, even a Yashin, a Maldini who's extinct, barely on the market. A lot of these guys are barely on the game, but their SBCs are going to come out. And people are doing these SBCs at a crazy, alarming rate. If you look at people on Twitter, if you come up against squads in the Weekend League, you can see, I mean, I did Cannavaro. So many people have done guys like Cannavaro, like Petit, like Socrates. A lot of people did this card, and they're playing with him instead of attacking mid. Desai is another one that's been very popular, and even Mateus has been one that people have kind of had their eyes set on as an SBC that they want to do at some point in this game. So there's a lot of these SBCs that are here that a lot of people want to do, and they have an extra desire to do those SBCs. Just because those cards have the dynamic image, the boosted stats, and I mean this is a end game. This is about as end game as it gets for a card in FIFA Ultimate Team, and you can pay 2.2 to 2.3 million coins and get this card in your team instead of paying 3 million plus on the market. So a lot of people have just gone guns a-blazing on these icon moments. And we're going to get more of those SBCs during FUT Birthday, which also makes the other icons, I think, great investments because not everybody is going to be able to afford these icons right here. Every single time we see it, I mean, I'm talking about the first time we saw the baby icon SBC again. Every single time we see a panic sell with these icons, they do rebound because they are icons. They are the best players in the game. There are a lot of people in this game that can't afford to do a Del Piero SBC. They're going to panic sell their version of Del Piero this year, and they're not going to be able to go do the SBC after their FUT Birthday. Maybe they do some Team of the Week packs, some upgrade packs, or whatever other SBCs may be out there. They're going to want to try to buy their card back that they already had. So, again, our icons are going to dip, especially if you have a baby version dip. Boom, we see Del Piero, the baby, dip from 750 to 550. Look what the 90 does. The 90, which is, you know, it has to kind of mix between the prime and the baby. Look at what happens here. He goes from about 800,000 coins, 750, all the way down to 619. It does rebound a little bit, not as much, but that's because this 87 card had it had more pace and it was more valuable. So that was the thing there, but a lot of these icons will drop. They've already dropped so much. I mean, it's ridiculous. I saw this price on FootBin just a little bit ago. Not the Primer Mateus, but the Prime Mateus. 1.4 million coins. It's not up right now, but I saw it just a couple hours ago. 1.4 million coins for this card that was... I sold this card earlier in the year for 3 million coins. He was above 3 million coins at one point this year. You know what? I'm going to check that because that almost seems too crazy to me, and I think I might even be lying to myself. Was he 3 million coins? He had to be. I know he was. Absolutely, right in here. 3 million coins. I sold this card for 3 million coins at one point earlier this year when I was trading with Icons. This card, I mean, talk about a roller coaster ride. 3 million coins down to 1.4, all because of those primer icons. Now, you're thinking, all right, Icon SBCs are going to be coming out. What's required in Icon SBCs? A lot of gold cards, a lot of informs, and a lot of icons. Yes, we want to look at some baby icons as well to finish off this video about icons. Now, yes, last year when these came out, we had not seen the baby icon SBC yet, and this promotion happened, and they dropped it. So look what happened to like the baby Larson. He went from 360k, boom. He dropped 100,000 coins lickety split right away with this SBC coming out, and look at his rebound, right back up to 363. All these icon SBCs were still out in the game, and the baby icon SBC went away right away. So that makes me think this year, if we do see it again, which I do think we're going to see this SBC again, and if we don't, there's going to be a panic sell heading up to it, and that could create an investment opportunity. But the baby icon floor, I think, is actually in a similar spot that it was. Oh my goodness, it just keeps dropping lower. So the baby icon floor is actually in a similar spot to what it was last year. You saw on the graph that Larson was like 350,000 coins. Right now, what the heck's going on here? We're like 330, 340,000 coins on Xbox. Probably about the same on PS4. That's kind of where the baby icons range right now. Yes, people could already have baby icons in their clubs. They're maybe saving them from the previous baby icon SBC, but a lot of people have already used those to do an SBC, like Cannavaro Adesanya, or maybe start working on Mateus. So that's one thing that you have to keep track of. But if we see this baby icon floor, if the SBC comes out again and we see these cards down at like the lower to mid 200,000 coins, you can literally go broke on them, because the amount of people that are doing these icon SBCs and the amount of people that are going to do them. If we get the baby icon SBC and those baby icons drop 100,000 coins, even if they drop just under like 275, if they drop like 70k, and we have a Hullet and we have an R9 and we have a Ronaldinho sitting in here in the store, it takes people more than a week to do those SBCs. Not everybody's going to be able to afford them, but you best believe people are going to be working towards them during the promotion when the Team of the Week packs and everything else is going on. They're going to save the prime icon SBCs for a little bit later. That's why you see the huge rebound in price of this baby icon right afterwards. That's why you see this huge rebound, because the SBC goes away right here, and then boom, people realize, I need to get this icon SBC done. I need an icon. I didn't pack one or do many SBCs during the promo. Now, yes, you do have to realize that last year for the Ruud Gullit card, the prime Ruud Gullit, I think they required like 3 icons, 2 icons maybe. But I would expect the same for this primer Gullit. This card is 11 million coins on the market. How can they not at least require 2 or 3 icons to make this SBC worth about 4 to 5 million coins, maybe 3 million coins? Pack or base value to do from scratch. So that's why I really like, the more that I see this and the more that I look at it today, I really like baby icons as an investment shout. Now, if they don't drop a baby icon SBC, but they still drop a lot of primer icons in the store, I still think they're going to be a great investment. If these cards get to the lower 300,000 coins, maybe in lightning rounds, maybe in some sort of panic sell, I think they're going to be great pickups. They've literally just been dropping and dropping and dropping this entire year. But there are a couple things that that investment would depend on, and that is how many icons are required for the Gullit SBC and how affordable those SBCs are, and obviously what SBCs come out. If they drop you know, just an average, if they drop just some of these players, like let's say they drop a Bobby Moore, they drop a Luis Figo, and they drop a Scholes, I'm not going to go buy baby icons because there's not as many people that are going to want to do that SBC. But if they drop a Gullit, if they drop Maldini, if they drop Vieira, Eusebio, Cruyff, Pele, if they drop any of those top tier cards, or maybe like a Best, an Henry, maybe a Gerrard as well. That would be, if we see a couple of those SBCs, that would make me want to go pick up a few of these cards, just because they're going to be down and you're going to need plenty of those cards to complete those Icon SBCs. So when's the time to buy for these? Just wait for the promo, see what we're going to get. They might start teasing it this week. They might even come out and say that we're going to get baby Icon SBCs. Just hold on for that. As you saw in this graph for Henrik Larsson, the low time was on Saturday and the promo came out on Friday. So everybody started, they panic sold everything in their club, they panic sold their teams, and on Saturday they went out, they did all the SBCs. That's going to be the low day for a lot of stuff. We talked about informs yesterday maybe being the lowest on Friday or Saturday. The Saturday probably will be the lowest point again if all the SBCs do come out. Now, that's one thing we have to think of as well. If the baby Icon SBC doesn't come out on Friday, if it doesn't come out until Saturday, that makes things a little bit more interesting as well. We have to kind of work around that. But again, I just think, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? This Prime, oh my goodness. This card just went on open bid for 1.5 and I watched it because he's been selling at 1.8 today, and I have one that I bought at like 1.7 low. Wow, that was a huge deal. That is a huge deal if somebody missed there. But anyways, baby icons I think could be a great investment, and all icons in general are just absolutely tanking right now. If we go look at FootBin and take a look at the index icons to wrap up this video, you look at the daily graph, it's kind of harder to see since they upgraded, you know, their layout, what they're doing, but look at this, man. In the past couple of weeks, we've gone from 93 points down to 75. That's a big time drop, especially considering we were double this amount in early December after the Black Friday promotion. We're at 151, we're now at 75. So a lot of prices have dropped. A lot of icons are ridiculously cheap. Some of them are going to rebound after FUT Birthday because people are going to buy teams back. I mean, even a guy like a Hullet, if you can't afford his Prime Icon SBC, you're going to see his baby card and maybe even the middle, if it gets low enough, hit a point to where it does rebound back up because people want to get this card back in their teams. If you see this card at like 2.6, maybe 2.7, if he drops like 700,000 coins, I mean, that definitely would be a card to pick up in that panic. So again, icons, very interesting topic during FUT Birthday, a lot of movements with them, and I really think that the baby icons would be the best shout investing wise. Now, it all depends on the SBCs, like I mentioned, and obviously what kind of comes of those, but it's going to be a fun time. FUT Birthday is going to be a great time, and I'm excited for it. So stay tuned for the rest of these preview videos. We're going to be talking about gold cards here soon and informs. That's going to be probably 2 separate videos. A lot to look at in terms of investments and just the market in general for those cards. If you enjoyed this video, smash a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. It's been Nate, the FUT Accountant. Catch you guys later. Peace out.